Many years ago, I was at a friend's party where there are many people I did not know. Now, what's the first thing you ask someone to generate a conversation? It's generally, "What do you do?" And I quite proudly said, "I write mathematics books for students and their teachers." Now, this mum asked me very quickly, "Oh, can you give me some tips for my daughter? She doesn't know her division facts." And I said, "Oh, okay. How well does she know her multiplication facts?" And she said, "Oh, she doesn't know those either." Now, in all honesty, what chance did that child have of learning her division facts if she didn't know her multiplication facts? So in this episode, I'm going to show you how we can teach our students to use multiplication to help them learn their basic number facts for division. First, I should say that the division facts are generally taught after your students have learned all their multiplication facts, or at least a subset of those facts, depending on what curriculum they're using. Now, suppose you want your students or child to learn this fact. After enough practice, they will eventually commit that to memory. But at some stage, you really want them to prove to you that they can figure it out. What is the most efficient way to calculate 24 divided by 6? I don't know about you, but I can't mentally picture 24 things, divide them into 6 equal groups, and count the number in each group. Similarly, I can't picture 24 things and divide them into groups of 6, and then count the number of equal groups I made. We need a go-to strategy that your students or child can use that is efficient and accurate regardless of the numbers they encounter. And fortunately, we have one, and it's called the Think Multiplication Strategy for Division. Now, let me show you how we teach this way of thinking. First, we want to introduce a strategy using something concrete or pictorial. I like to use an array card like this because it shows two types of division, and we call this the Think Multiplication card. Start by hiding the number in each row and ask the students, "What do you see and what do you know?" They should be able to tell you, "I know there's 6 equal rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we know the total's 24. How are you going to figure out how many dots are in each row? 6 times what will give us 24? Because the multiplication facts are prerequisite to learning division, your students should be able to tell you that 6 times 4 is 24. And quite frankly, if they can't, you shouldn't be teaching division anyhow. Now for the other type of division. Fold the card this way. And again, ask your students or child, "What do you see? What do you know?" And they should be able to tell you, "I see 4 in each row, and I still know that the total or the product is 24. So how can we use this information to help us figure out the number of equal rows? How many equal rows of 4 are there in 24? With carefully crafted questions like I just shared with you, a card like this will help strengthen the connection between multiplication and division, as will this card. This is a multiplication equation. I know that because we can see the two factors and I don't know the total or the product. But when I hide one factor, it becomes a division problem because now I have the total or the product and I only know one factor. I have an unknown or missing factor. So that is a division problem that just happens to be expressed as a multiplication equation. What I like about this card is I can choose to hide this factor as well, or maybe one day I'll choose to hide this symbol or this symbol, and I can have students write a symbol to make this a true equation. As much as possible, give your students or child experiences to help them see all 4 facts that are related. And one way we can do this is by having them make fact families like this one. This shows the 2 multiplication facts and the 2 division facts that are connected. So in other words, it is a family because all 4 facts are related. Games like concentration, where students flip cards to find facts that are related, will also work. Or the jigsaw, like I just showed you, will help strengthen that connection between multiplication and division. And I've also provided a free game in the links of this episode. So this is what I want you to do. 1, remember there's no better way for students to learn the division facts than by using something they already know, and that's their multiplication facts. And 2, use cards like this to help them see the connection between multiplication and division. And 3, reinforce a think multiplication strategy by giving students experiences with fact families or using games like the one I provided you. And finally, if you found value in this episode, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe today so you never miss another learning opportunity with me. See you next time.